you're stretching. Oh, doesn't that feel nice? Oh, you stretch. Yes, life is so nice. Oh, yeah, you need those. That's right, you need that blanket. Oh, yeah, you push and pull. Hey, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Oh, you're so adorable. Yes, you are. You are precious. Yes, you are. Hello. How are you? Where are you going? What you doing? It's time to go do mukbang. Yes, we have to go do mukbang for all the sloths. I know. She loves it up in our bedroom because it's so nice and warm. Oh, she's just purring and having a great time. Here we go. Oh, you want to be pet? Oh, yes you do. Doesn't that feel nice? You guys, hello. Welcome to my mukbang. Did I scare you? I hope not. Please get comfy. Settle down. Oh, and play with my hands. I need my hands because today we are making guacamole. Authentic. I was about to say homemade. That's what I was like. Homemade, authentic Mexican guacamole. And I am living in Latin America right now. I'm actually wearing my NACHO avocado t-shirt because I am the avocado king, you guys know. So I'm going to show you step by step how to make this. I have Colombian influence. I've been to Mexico. This is also a story time video. I'm going to tell you about my trip to Mexico and all the crazy stuff that happened to me. So anyways, I hope that you have something great to eat because we are going to be spending time together, chatting and making delicious guacamole. So here we go. Are you ready, Miss Krabs? So we're thinking about naming her Miss Krabs. We aren't really sure yet. So if, by the way, if you have a name suggestion for this beautiful kitten, then please comment down below. We would love to know. So anyway, I don't want to play yet. Anyways, let's get started. So for guacamole, authentic guacamole, let me tell you, it is just, avocados, any kind of avocado. Traditionally, it's Hass avocado, but I have these jumbo avocados here. I'm making a lot of guacamole because I'm actually very, very hungry. And guacamole with a little vegetable and salt. That's it. Any other version you find on the internet, at restaurants, at Chipotle, at Mexican grills in the United States, it is all Americanized. It really is. So traditionally, it's just very simple. So that's what I'm gonna do, simple. So the first step is let me take out these avocados. I have a lot in here. I have so many avocados. I don't know how many I'm gonna eat. You guys know I can eat like 20 in a sitting. I've done it. I have a video. There it is. I hope you guys check that out. But anyways, let's first cut up the avocados. I have my knife. Better watch it. And we're gonna cut up these avocados. So here we go. We're gonna find ripe ones. Now you know when a Hass avocado is ripe because first of all, it gets soft to the touch. Second of all, it turns black from green, and that's about it. This is one of the reasons why avocados are commercialized. That's why it's the Coca-Cola of fruit. You find it everywhere around the world because of those reasons. A lot of people aren't fruit experts. For example, these avocados, they look the same and feel the same when they're ripe. They have hard skins. So that's why this is very easy for the people. For the people to know when it's ready. Which one did I start cutting? Where is it? Oh, where did it go? I don't know. Well, oh, here it is. Okay. Also, you can take off the stem right here. Take off the stem and see the color? That's when you know it's ripe, when it's green. If it's still white, that means it's still starchy. This goes from a starch to a fat. It breaks down as it ripens. It's so beautiful. Hopefully you have an appropriate knife. Okay, so sometimes your avocados will be so ripe that at the bottom it's a little brown, but that's okay. That is really okay. So this is the bowl that I'm gonna put them in for now. Actually, no, this is my chip bowl. I'm gonna use this bowl. That's how much guacamole I'm gonna eat, because I love. So, all you have to do is scoop them out with a spoon, just like this. Place it into your bowl or pan, depending on how much. This is like a party size, all right? Oh, I know that's loud. Sorry, kitty cat. Take out the seed. Oh, see, I like to suck on the. Ooh, oh, that feels good. That's nice. Look at her. She's like trying to knead my arm. There it goes. Now this might get a little messy, so be prepared to get your hands dirty. This is like arts and crafts right now. Okay, one down, ready to go. So this step is self-explanatory. We're cutting open the avocados and we're putting them into the bowl or the pan. That's all you have to do. That's the first step. Find the right ones like I explained to you. And be sure not to cut your fingers off. Chop. Oh, this one is beautiful. Doesn't this one look nice? Oh, she's looking. What are you looking at? The lights? I don't know. Cats are so funny. She is new. You guys saw her homecoming, her adoption day. You guys can check out that bit. Oh, it was my fettuccine alfredo pasta. Look at that. Oh, creamy fettuccine alfredo. And I ate that. And then at the end of the video, you guys saw she came home. So this one is like not. Oh yes. Oh, I love ripe avocados, you guys. That's how I got my name. Like, this is an appropriate mukbang for me. Also, one of the reasons why I'm doing this today and not eating noodles or cheese fingers or hot dogs, all the stuff that I love to enjoy, is because I'm sick. Turning you around just like that so people can see your beautiful face. I am sick, all right? I got food poisoning from sushi. And, you know, sushi, the nori rolls have a lot of crushed up raw fish parts in it. And really, our bodies do well processing it. It's no big deal. However, I ate 100 of them. I ate 100 sushis. And so I got food poisoning and I couldn't digest anything for the past 2 days. And I woke up today and I'm still feeling not very good. I was so dehydrated. And so I turned on the computer. I'm like, okay, what can I eat today? What do you eat when you're sick? What do you eat when you have food poisoning? And I looked at a few different articles on the internet. Thank God for Google, right? And they all told me, number one was chicken soup. They said because it's full of vitamins and minerals, and I don't eat chicken. So I was like, no, next. And I was like, really? I didn't know chicken was that nutritious. I thought it was just straight up protein. It has cysteine protein, which is good for fighting off antiviral properties, which a lot of plant foods don't have. That is a pro, but you can find pros and cons to anything in life. I know. I always say, oh, this one's gonna be very right. So I go down the list, scroll. Oh, this one's beautiful. Oh, yes. Kitty cat. Oh, she's like posing. Banana. Lots of spicy food. Soups. Broth. Whether it's vegetable broth, chicken broth, cat broth, I don't know. What do people eat around the world? And at the very bottom of the list was avocado. And I said, you know what? When I'm sick, one of the only foods that I can stomach is avocado. Honestly. I tried having banana smoothie this morning with Orlin and I couldn't stomach it. I was like, ugh, too sweet. And I was like, but I can stomach this. And apparently it's very good for when you're sick because of all the nutrients. It's very, very, very high nutrients. It is actually classified as the world's most nutritious fruit. All right, because it's so concentrated in all these different vitamins and minerals that most other fruits aren't. And it's delicious, it's versatile. You know, I am like an avocado fanatico. Beautiful. So besides the first one, all these avocados are looking very, very nice. Look at her taking a little nap. It's so adorable. All right. So this is my last. How many have I used? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5 Hass avocados. Now that is what you use for a standard guacamole dish that you share with friends or save for yourself, which is what I'm doing. I do like to share, but not when it comes to this. I'm joking. I would totally share with you guys. A trick for taking out the seed, if you don't want to use your mouth like I do, is that you kind of carefully, oh, just like that. Oh, that's why I said careful. And you, oh yes, this is so, I'm happy I'm sick because this is going to be so delicious. And it's just so great, you guys. Even when you're sick and you feel like poo-poo, and the whole world seems to be coming down, which it was this morning, and I pour Orlin, I wasn't very nice to him. You know, sometimes, because yesterday I only ate 1,000 calories, which is like one meal worth of food for me because of how sick I didn't even finish my pasta yesterday. And so what you eat today is your energy for tomorrow. That's how it goes. What you eat is stored as glycogen and blah, blah, blah in your liver and your muscles. So I didn't eat much, so I'm just, ugh. So I was a little mean. You know what they say? How's hangry? Out my way. What? You know, for no reason. I mean, it is the reason, but it's not a nice reason. Okay, so this is the 5 Haas avocados. Now the first step, that's the first step. The second step is to put lime on, no, first I meant, no, Orlin?
Yeah.
What do I do next? Okay, so I'm just gonna mash it up like this. Oops, oh, got some avocado on the kitty cat. So you don't wanna blend it up, all right? Do not blend it up, because guacamole is supposed to be chunky. So you kind of just go like this with your spoon and chop it up. Now it should be ripe enough so it's nice and so. Oh, thank you, Orlin. This is a traditional South American Latino. Poppies use this to mix things around. Actually, this is for
chocolate.
Chocolate. Says Orlin down. Ooh, ooh, so delicious. Oh, okay. So find something like this. Okay, something came to mind, but this is a kid show, so I'm not going to say what this looks like. Here we go. Oh, you know, it's a little rackety because I'm on my thing. So I just kind of chop it up like this. Oh, and we're chopping. Doesn't this look nice, kitty cat? Miss Krabs. Mrs. Krabs. I don't know if I like that name. Orlin came up with that name. I need some comments. What should we name her? What does she look like? See, Mr. Noodle got his name. By the way, he's not here because if he eats this, he's in trouble. And I'm a little too clumsy that I would kill the bird by giving it avocado. Oh, he got the name because you guys saw his personality, saw how much he enjoyed noodles. So now we take some salt. Now I'm going to do this with a little twist. This here, this first one says sal de ajo. That means garlic salt. Sal de cebolla. That means onion salt. Mm-hmm. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What is that? So I kind of want onion salt, actually, not garlic. Well, I don't know. Ooh, so you just sprinkle. Ooh, that's a lot. That's okay. You need salty foods for when you're sick. And now you take a lime, which is right here, and I'm gonna chop it in half. Here comes my chopping board. I'm gonna chop it in half. Just like so. And this here is a lime juicer, a lemon juicer, an orange squeezer. You juice the fruits. And what you do is it's a device. It looks like a torture trapper device. And you put the lime this way, upside down, so that when you press it, it gets squeezed. Watch this. I'm gonna hold it above so that you can see. Oh, can you see? Maybe you can't see, but I'm squeezing the lime. The lime juice is coming out. Oh, I love this device. So it didn't even squeeze that much out. Maybe because they're so tiny, yeah. Well, I'm just doing just a little bit, and now I'm gonna mix it around. Too much lime can actually ruin guacamole, so 1 lime max. You're just gonna mix it around so that it stays nice and green. All right, just like this. Oh, yes. So nutritious and beautiful. Okay, so for the next step number 3, you take a bunch of cilantro. This here is fresh cilantro that we got from the market. See, this is one of my favorite parts about living in Latin America. You don't drive to Target for your food. You don't go to Costco or Whole Foods. You go to the outdoor marketplace where there's chickens running around your feet and there's wild dogs, stray dogs, working on the next generation in the corner. And then you have the people with the horns and, oh, arepas for sale, oh, aguacate, and people in their little carts. No, I don't think you can eat avocado. You don't feed cats avocado, just like birds. But I figured she would be here better than Mr. Noodle because she's very sleepy. We went out and we got this. So what you want to do is take off the cilantro leaves from the stem, okay? Because you don't want to eat the stems. All right, sometimes stems get stuck in our, this is what a cilantro stem looks like. See, it looks like a little tree with fingers. So you take them off like this, off the stem. And so you make a little pile over here. Oh, this is So fresh. You know, cilantro is very, very healthy for you. And so, this is perfect. So I'm taking out, now you can kind of do this fast. I'm kind of taking my time, but here, you pull them off just like this. And you're just gonna do a little bit, not too much. I would say maybe 1/4 cup, maybe up to 1/2 of a cup. Okay, what are you doing? Go to sleep. Go to sleep now. Okay, so like I was saying, my parents' house is so loaded with dog hair, and it's just the way of life. You know, some houses, when you have pets, there's hair and everything. You breathe it, you eat it, you sleep in it, you wear it. It's just how life goes. Make sure, oh, today we're giving her a bath, so she'll be nice and clean. But she had a bath recently. So this is all the, you know, not that much, just a little bit right here. See, over to the side, just a little bit. I'm gonna do a few more little branch fingers, the little leaves. Take them off the stems, just like that. And we chop these finely. That's as chopped as they're gonna get, so we add them to the concoction. How about I just take these out, just like this. And we put them in. Oh, all the stems went in. No, I do not think, do I? And now it's time for the tomato. Now, traditionally, they use Roma tomatoes. Roma, which is like, they look like little ovals. Like, remember, like an egg. They look like little eggs. And, well, this here is a beefsteak because they didn't have any Romas today at the market. So we're just gonna use one beefsteak. Now, you don't wanna use too much tomato either. That can also ruin it. Remember, traditionally, all they did was put, I'm talking about the Mexicans, just salt and maybe a little pico de gallo, which is basically onion and tomato. So you chop this in half. And what you're gonna do is take a spoon. Oh, it tastes like, like yogurt. And you take out the seeds. You don't want it to be runny and watery. You take them out. You know, this is a very nutritious part, the hydration of the tomato. But you don't want to add that to your guacamole. I mean, you can, but I'm not going to. So I'm just going to eat. I love tomatoes by themselves. They really are good. So you don't have to do this. You can just throw it into the garden, let the new tomatoes come out. Cross your fingers. Taking out the juice. You want to do the same to the other side. Since this is 5 Hass avocados, you can use 1 medium-sized beefsteak. Take out this part. Any of you guys out there like doing this? Eating tomatoes by themselves? Probably a lot of raw foodists. Or maybe not, I don't know. I love this, and I actually picked this up from Orlin. Because it's a common thing in Colombia. They eat tomatoes with some salt. And you walk down the street here in the city, you see people eating avocados by themselves with salt or tomatoes. Okay, so this is basically already, it's like pitted. I mean, this is so cool. So you take it out, turn it upside down, take the spoon out the way, and you're gonna chop these into fine little pieces. So, here we go. Chop, 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 chop. It's actually a little difficult because, and this is actually the hardest part because the tomato skin is very rough, all right? So you kind of have to like really make sure your knife is nice and sharp. Oh, look, I'm a professional. Chop, 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 chop. You kind of go like this and you do like a little dance. Okay, so the tomato is done. Now you add that to your guacamole. I'm gonna stay standing up because it's so much easier to cut this way. You can use half of a medium size, onion. This is a white onion. Half. Dice it. You wanna dice this thing. Diced. I'm like starting to tear up from the sulfur that's coming out. I'm starting to make me cry. I'm crying. This is made with my tears. This is seriously gonna be so incredible. Oh, I am still full of tears, but right now, Orlin is downstairs doubling what I just did. That is a traditional standard recipe for all you guys, but we're gonna double it because we're both gonna share it together. If you guys don't know who Orlin is, you'll find out. So, these are my chips. This is nachos. nacho chips, and I've already eaten half the bag. I actually ate it like 2 days ago because I made some salty stuff for my sickness. This is nachos de maíz, classic nacho chips. De maíz means corn. That's what nachos are made out of, right? And over here, we're also gonna try platanos chili plata. This is plantain chips, which is very traditional as well for Colombia. But you know, this is our little twist, right? So these are chips that are made from plantains. How many of you guys know what plantains are? They are fruits. They're related to banana. Here, oh, you can really see with this one. It is related to the banana, and when it's ripe, it turns black, actually. It gets very soft, usually full of fruit flies. Ah, delicious. So this here is gonna be our chip bowl. Put the chips in like that. Put these chips on top. Oh, yes, yes, this is nice. Oh, Katie's getting a little hungry. Orlin, everyone say hi, Orlin. Hi, Orlin. And so he's gonna join me, and look what he did.
I decorated it.
He decorated it and he like doubled it in size.
And I added jalapenos and ají.
Oh my gosh. What's ají?
It's like hot pepper.
Oh, this thing?
Yeah.
Which, remember, I will not touch. Let's actually get this out of here, because I'm still crying from chopping the onion.
You are?
Yeah, but look at my eyes.
I chopped onion too and didn't cry.
Well, you're just better. Okay, so I'm going to have my first try of my guacamole chip.
You know, there's a life hack for that. If you chew bubblegum while you're cutting up an onion, you might not cry.
Really?
Yeah, I've done that before.
Why does that work?
I don't know. I've never looked into it. It just works.
Look at that.
Also, the jalapenos remind me of when I was in Ethiopia. Because they eat more jalapenos in Ethiopia than I've seen people eat in Mexico, which is pretty funny.
Ethiopia?
Yeah, like I would ask them, please don't make this spicy. They'd be like, okay. And they had like 10 jalapenos to it.
My eyes. Okay, oh, wow. Delicious. Okay, which one?
This is mine.
They're the same, right? Oh, that's all for you?
This is special.
This is Orlin's special.
Mine is special because it's very salty.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is mine then. Less salt. More fun. So we're gonna put this down here. We kind of put it there so that...
Give my Tabasco sauce.
Tabasco? This is Tabasco. We thought about naming her Tabasco. Mrs. Tabasco.
Or tartar sauce.
Tartar. Miss Tartar sauce.
Mrs. Tartar.
Here's your Tabasco. You like Tabasco?
I do.
I didn't even know that. Oh, here's a spoon. Oh, you have a spoon?
And Tabasco is like really expensive where we live too.
Put this right here. Here we go. Kitty cat, is she gonna fall asleep? Maybe she will.
You know, they take cat naps. Have you ever heard of that term?
Cat nap, yeah.
Yeah, supposed to. If you take several cat naps throughout the day, you're healthier.
Most people don't though. Here they do.
Yeah, like after each meal, we take a nap. It's called a siesta.
A siesta.
Mm-hmm.
A siesta.
So like after 12, everything's closed till 2.
It's actually very irritating.
It's very irritating.
Here she comes. She's like, I want some of that. This is delicious. I'm gonna eat the whole thing, even though I'm sick. I said Orlin.
Salt.
Salt? Oh.
There you go.
Oh, salt de ajo?
Mm-hmm.
Or salt de cebolla.
So, Nick, can you guess why I bought these shakers?
Oh, because look at the holes. They're nice and open.
Yeah.
Look at these holes. So we have a problem where we live. It's so hot and humid that things clog. Like the salt shaker.
The salt shaker.
The salt shaker. The salt shaker is broken.
We put rice into it and it doesn't work.
It like doesn't come out.
Yeah. So he bought these. So they come up with no problems.
And she's sleeping over there now.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my gosh, let's show them. Can I show them?
Yeah.
We're gonna show what Orlin just did. This is a beautiful creation. But oh,
that's spilling everywhere.
Let me make one loaded nacho for you.
See, I don't like dipping stuff in guacamole.
Oops, I broke. No.
I like eating it.
This is for all you guys, all my sloths out there that can't eat this right now. I'm gonna eat it for you.
Why are they on a diet? Sloth on a diet. That should be a hashtag.
Comment that down below.
Are you a sloth on a diet? Hashtag sloth on diet.
Diet sloth. Hashtag diet sloth. I wanna know. Oh, I keep breaking.
I love salty foods. I love limey foods with a lot of lime.
Thank you for helping me with this. Orlin, he did it twice as quick down in the kitchen. I was like, oh my gosh. I struggled just to chop.
He was crying so much from the onions.
So, today, I'm actually starting to feel better.
Yeah?
Yeah, like sickness.
Ooh.
Okay, keep your Tabasco over here. I don't feel as bad anymore.
Try the jalapeno.
Okay. How about Orlin?
Okay.
I'm already crying.
Well,
Alright.
crying is good.
Wow, that focused so well.
You know, amazing. Like people say that when you cry, you clear out your tear ducts, and that's good for you. And you clear out your eyes from debris.
I feel like I'm getting swollen. Like I keep blinking so much because the onion. She is sleeping. She's purring over there. So here I go. Orlin.
It's good for you. Supposedly, when you have food poisoning, hot foods are good. Delicious, huh?
Oh. I can't open my eyes. What's wrong with my eyes?
It's actually really nice.
No, it's not.
It's not that hot.
You guys thought I was exaggerating from the pepper challenge.
You can't take a punch, can you?
Oh my gosh. Remember when I did my chili pepper challenge? You all thought, oh, you're just exaggerating. Oh, you're such an actor.
Oh, no. He's just like this. He can't handle.
You have the rest.
He can't handle.
No, that is nothing compared to a chili pepper.
Give it to me. I'll eat it.
No, you won't.
Oh, I dropped it.
Oh, gosh.
Should I eat it?
No, Orlin. Oh, I touched it. There's oils from it on my fingers. What is wrong with you? What?
It is very hot.
You should do the Okay, comment down below if you want to see Orlin do the pepper challenge on his channel.
I'm watching it done with Tabasco.
Oh my gosh. See, I'm crying from a taste of jalapeno. I don't do spice, you guys. I've always said
Honey,
that.
you should go to Ethiopia. They'll teach you how to
Well,
stop.
get this out here. You take. So today I thought I would,
Oh,
since we're eating Mexican food, authentic Mexican-inspired foods, I thought, let's talk about our trip to Mexico.
That was really fun. That was our first time traveling together.
Yeah.
I had just returned from Colombia. I was visiting some family.
I was visiting Florida from New York City. This is back in 2013. 2013. I was a freelance musician in New York City, as you guys know, and I left New York to go to Orlin's, the yoga house I told you guys about, in 2013 to escape the pollution and the cold and get a break from New York City. So I went there for a few weeks. He came back from Colombia, like he said. And I said, you know what? I don't have any jobs coming up for me in New York City. I have my apartment, but I have a roommate. He can have the room. I have no other ties. I'm like, let's do something fun. So we booked a trip to Mexico, to Yucatan, to Valladolid, which is right in the center.
Vladivoid, like our friend used to say.
Vladivoid.
We had a friend named Kathy, and she would say, Vladivoid, just from Great Britain.
Which was so funny.
I
I don't know how you ate that whole pepper.
It's very pleasant.
You're not even sweating. Your eyes aren't even watering.
It really refreshes the palate.
Oh my gosh.
It's a nice little tinkle.
So anyways, we go on this trip.
We were working for a crazy hotel owner for the first few weeks.
Well, this is the reason we went. We're like, okay, well, we're both pretty poor. We don't have much money. I mean, the plane flights there were already $200 or $300. And so we're like, okay, but we want to stay here for like a month or two to escape the Florida winter. Whatever. I know, that sounds...
We were so weird. Well, we were on a very weird diet.
Okay. Well, Orlin had this connection because he went on a raw food retreat in the past, and it was hosted at this raw food bed and breakfast.
Raw.
Yeah, I know, the funny stories are coming. In Valladolid, the center of Yucatan. And so Orlin had the connection, he had been there in the past, and he said, look, we will come and we'll help you in the kitchen. We'll help you with doing the, because it's like seriously 5 rooms. It's run by a German lady. It's all independent. So they appreciate the help, and they had extra rooms. They weren't booked ever, like all the way full. It was never packed.
We slept on the floor for quite a while on top of rocks.
We'll get there, yeah.
Okay.
So the arrangement was, okay, you come stay with us for a month at our family-run bed and breakfast house. Mm-hmm. We'll feed you the fruit. It's raw food. In exchange, you do the kitchen work and the bed work, the maid work. What you just help around. I said, okay, this is great. We don't have to spend for a hotel. Did they pick us up from the airport? I don't remember.
No, they did not.
No.
We took a nice little bus ride there.
I remember.
That's a nice bus ride.
I had to go to the bathroom so bad, and I went on a bottle, and it's very bumpy in Mexico.
He spilled it on me.
The bottle went flying, and it went all over Orlin and down the aisle.
That was our first bonding moment. Relationship goals. But yeah, we got to that hotel.
And we were just friends at the time.
Yeah, that's what friends do, That's what they do.
I'm gonna try a little plantain chip now.
Those are really good.
I know.
But I can't eat them because I'm on a special diet too.
I'm
trying to lose the weight.
You're just...
See, I'm not like him. Like, he can eat a ton of calories and not get fat. But if I eat, I can eat a chocolate bar and I gain 10 pounds.
Yeah, everyone's different. I didn't always believe this, but I've really come to terms. Everyone is different. Absolutely. The fact that I can do these mukbangs and, for the most part, weigh the same, still fit in the same clothes, whereas half my viewers, if they ate what I ate, they would gain a lot of weight, So right there is a difference.
I say this as I'm eating pure avocado guacamole though, which is very ironic, because this is very calorie dense.
Yeah, but
it's
fruit.
I made this with papilillo avocado. Actually, no, it wasn't papilillo. It was
the big one, the one I showed you, that big one.
I think they call it guatemalteco here.
Guatemalteco.
And it was like this big.
So anyways, we get to this hotel. Everything was pretty nice at first, right? Except for the fact they said, oh, can you sleep on the floor so we don't have to, wash your sheets? And we're like, okay. They took us into, it was called the Reiki room.
And you Reiki me.
Oh
my gosh, I'm getting cringes thinking of... We're Reiki 1, by the way. Both of us.
Master, shh.
We took Reiki.
We're on the Reiki room floor, which is made out of rocks. They have one hammock. We had both of us squeeze in the hammock. Didn't happen. So Orlin's like, well, I'll sleep on the floor. And then eventually I went onto the floor because that hammock, hammocks are nice for naps, but sleeping 9-10 hours at night, circulation. I would wake up in the middle of the night, couldn't feel my arms or my legs because it just squeezes you like a banana.
Well, that was a very cheap hammock too, just to be fair, because it was like made of fishnet.
Oh yeah.
You remember? Like, I've never seen a hammock made of fishnet. Because the ones in Colombia are very comfy.
And the Reiki room was right next to the front door of the building.
In our office.
And we didn't even have a door. We had beads. The bead streamer. They're like curtains, but they're made out of beads. You see them in like psychic reading gypsy houses, and they're like beads. That was our privacy. Right at the front door. So we had to hear all the conversations. If I want to go to sleep at 8 p.m., which I like to do since I'm a grandpa, couldn't happen. This was before I got those nice earplugs, right? Or did I have them? I think this is before.
I think you didn't.
Oh no, I had them because I used them in New York.
Oh, he didn't have them. Yes.
It still wasn't enough.
They were very gross. We reused them a few times.
So right then and there, it was really strange. And so we wake up every day at like 5 a.m. for the guests. We prepare the fruit smoothies and the little fruit platters and the salads and whatever these people ate. And then after they were done their breakfast, We cleaned up after them.
Oh.
Clean the kitchen. Then we would go clean their bedrooms and mop and make the bed and do the laundry, and it was just a lot more work than we thought. I think we were too ambitious.
No, it was slave labor. Honestly, it was.
And ow!
Did you just break your tooth?
No.
What happened?
You know, sometimes. Ow.
Did you cut yourself?
Yeah. You put a chip like this, and it goes into your gum.
Okay, Mrs. Krabs is sleeping and purring at the same time.
She's so adorable.
Oh, that's right.
Ow.
You know what would make it feel better?
Hmm?
A hot pepper.
No.
I'll numb it down.
I think not. I don't think so. I keep searching for these plantain chips. They're so good.
You like them, yeah?
Oh my god.
They're really good.
They're
Spicy though.
not really.
They have chili.
Very little.
Oh, what a ripoff.
Yeah, you'll be like, well, if I can taste the spice and I say it's just a little, to you it's nothing at all.
Yeah.
Anyways, so our arrangement in Mexico got worse and worse as weeks went on. And the lady who ran it was really cuckoo. Very, very cuckoo.
She had a stick with a crystal. A Reiki stick.
She would like wave the stick around and be like, I feel energy over here. There's energy at the couch. There's energy out of this couch. Everyone stand back. And she'll point the crystal stick at the couch like a wizard. Okay, I remember she also hosted retreats, right?
Gandalf.
And so there was a women's retreat, right?
Oh, women's empowerment.
Women's empowerment retreat. Well, one person came. One person, and it was that funny lady Kathy from England.
I love
and
her.
she was like, you know, this is not what I signed up for. The crazy German lady. She took us to an empty field out in Mexico. We drove there, whatever.
Or a cringy farm.
Yeah, oh, her farm, yeah. She had another farm that she was building. It was going to be her sacred place. And this was my first time meeting her. And within the first week, she says, I want you to be my spirit family at this farm. We will come here and we will be a family, a spirit family. We are destined to be aligned with the stars of the universal alignments of the crystal vibrations. You know, all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, what?
Tell me about the birth rock.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so they took us to the farm. This is the Women's Empowerment Retreat. And Kathy, the woman from England, part of the retreat, the activity was putting your hand on rocks and telling the crazy German lady, what do you feel? So you're Kathy from England. Touch. Tell me what you feel. Do you feel the energy?
She'll be like, not quite.
She'd be like, no, I don't really feel anything.
Really.
Oh, but these Malsies, she'd be slapping her legs. These Malsies are attacking me.
She'd be like, I feel the Malsies.
That's all I feel. And so there was this one rock that had a hole through it.
Oh my gosh, the uterus.
Oh my gosh, that's what Kathy goes. She's like, it looks like a uterus. And the German lady would be like, okay, put your hand through it slowly and feel the energy from the rock. It looked like, you know, when you go to Giant, which is a grocery store, and right by the pharmacy they have a little chair, a booth, where you can put your fist through, and it's this machine that takes your blood pressure. So it's like this circle, big donut hole. You put your hand through, it tightens and takes up. Have you seen them? The blood pressure machines. That's what this rock looked like. And so Kathy put her hand through. Oh my gosh, I want my money back. And so the German lady says, what do you feel? Do you feel that? The energy? And Kathy goes, no. I don't think so. No. She wanted to get out. And so the women's retreat lasted for like a week and a half. After 4 days, Kathy was like, you know what? I'm respectfully gonna say I just need to leave. This is not fun.
They put her on a lime juice diet.
That was the thing too. The crazy German lady said, you will only drink lime juice for breakfast. And it's like, you're charging her $1,000 for lime juice and touching rocks?
Yeah.
Such a scam.
And it was like old lime juice. She would like save in the fridge overnight.
So we make the lime juice in the morning, she'll reuse it the next morning. That's disgusting. Limes are dirt cheap in Mexico.
It was so sour.
Poor Kathy, starving. Paying $1,000 to go to Mexico to starve and touch rocks. So anyways, Kathy's like, bye-bye. She ended up going to Tulum, which is a beach town.
To live in a hut.
She wanted to go live up against the beach in a little grass hut on the beach, and she did. Well, the German lady, the owner of the hotel, when there was no guests, because there's lots of days empty where no one would come, she's like, we're gonna go visit Kathy. And I'm thinking to myself, Kathy escaped the madness. Kathy escaped, remember when we were sitting in the living room and she read those cards that said, Kathy, you're a
white
healer,
witch.
a white witch. That was the last straw. She's like, I'm out of here. So I was thinking Kathy escaped, but she was like, everyone, let's get in the van. So the German lady and her husband and me and Orlin got in the van and we drove 3 hours to Tulum to go chase. What would you call her?
The victim. And she brought the hounds with her.
Oh my gosh, and she brought all her dogs.
Oh my gosh,
5
she
dogs.
had 5 hounds. They're so poorly trained, very, very aggressive, they have very weird names. Peanut, Energy, Reiki, whatever their names were. Shiva.
Shiva.
And then Kathy was like, I can't stand those bloody hounds. Because there was one that was seriously mental. It was a mental case.
Oh, Peanut.
No, that was
Kira.
That was a Kiha. That's how she was saying, Kiha. Yeah, she had an obsession with rocks. Remember the rock obsession? Okay. We would be sitting down eating with Kathy, and then Kira would come, and she would look at you like this. You will grab a rock and throw it, a pebble. She would bring it and be like, and then she would literally do this all
She just wanted
day
you to
long.
play fetch with her with the pebbles.
Yeah. Even if you were in your room, she would scratch your door so you would play with her. She would chase you to the bathroom. It was serious business for her.
It was crazy. And so there was many retreats that took place while we were there for probably 5 or 6 weeks. There's another retreat where a lady named Megan came.
Poor Megan.
Poor Megan. And she was also the only one on this retreat because no one else decided to show up. And surprisingly, this place in Valladolid has great reviews on TripAdvisor. We thought about leaving some reviews, but we're like, it was too much weird energy and just...
We're not about that life.
Well, this retreat for Megan was advertised as a 100% plant-based, animal product-free, raw food, women empowerment cleansing program. So the first thing that really... there's a lot of things that creeped her out. The way the German lady spoke, how she abused her husband in front of everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Paul! I told you not to do that! Paul! You mess up my energy! Paul! And she will shout like that at the dinner table in front of all the guests at the hotel.
Yeah, and she'd be like... She would treat him so bad he would not say. He was destroyed. After so many years in that marriage, he had no
willpower.
No voice, no
voice,
willpower. He was just there to say he's there.
Apparently he told us the story that when they met, she told him to sell his farm in Canada so that they could buy all these properties in Mexico. And I remember we were sitting in the living room. Were you there with me when he says, I wish I didn't sell those farms?
I wish I didn't sell those.
I had a great Canadian farm life. I loved my cows and tomatoes.
But my wife said we should come here, so I just did what she said. He sounded so sad.
Very sad. Very, very sad. So anyways, the first thing that creeped this Megan lady out was the crazy German lady took her to the beach.
Oh, you got to tell that story? Oh.
Changing the camera battery right now. And look, she's over here sleeping.
Mrs. Krabs tartar sauce.
So, she takes Megan to the beach, right? And Megan was a really nice woman. She had a 2-year-old daughter. It was her first time on a vacation in many years.
She was a cancer survivor.
A cancer survivor. She had tongue cancer. And so, yeah, she was interested in eating raw food and just trying to live a healthier lifestyle. So, the crazy German lady took her to the beach to do nude beach Reiki. And do you know what Reiki is? It's where you put your hands on people's bodies and your magnetic energy waves heals them. So if you have a tumor here in your shoulder, you're now healed. I don't know. I feel like there's willpower. We obviously have power in our brains, but I don't feel like we can actually we aren't Jesus with our hands, healing the blind. You are now able to see. So But that's what she believed, you know, the crazy German lady. So she took it to the beach to do the Reiki, and Megan gave it a chance. And so, but she didn't know it was going to be nude. And children, do you know what that means? That means naked. So she took her to the beach, and she took her to the part where there's no other people. It was completely empty, which is actually really nice and romantic. There's no tourists snapping photos. There aren't like seagulls coming around, and food vendors and like French fries and stuff. So it's already very relaxed, and she says, this is Megan telling us, this isn't even our hotel, we're the workers. And after all her retreat events, she would come and vent to us. This just happened to
She
me.
was the best at imitating her voice, by the way.
Oh,
I give her so much credit for that.
Gosh. So anyways, this is what Megan told us. I think we should be free for this Reiki session. We have to be free. And she starts to undo her bikini strap. And Megan's like, be free. And so she takes off her top, and she says, lay down in the sand. And so Megan just thought, okay, you know what? It's a deserted beach. There's no one here, like I told you. So she says, okay, whatever. I already know she's crazy. Let me just I'll save it for a great story time in the future. So she did it. And then after the Reiki session, she starts healing Megan.
Her butt cheeks, her place, everything.
Yeah, she touches her butt cheeks. She heals them. She heals the pimples on her, everything. Well, Megan falls asleep. And then after she falls asleep, she wakes up and she decides to, her top is still off. And she decides to just walk into the water, up against the water. But she didn't see where the crazy German lady was. And then after she comes back from being in the water, the German lady appears and says, oh, hi. Oh, yeah. Okay. Are you ready to go? She didn't know where she was. And she just said, oh, I was just over there. Well, by the time they get home from the beach to return to the raw food bed and breakfast house,
She checks her Facebook.
She checks her email. Like most normal people do. They check their email. Megan got emails from the crazy German lady of photos of herself naked on the beach. That crazy German lady she hid in like a bush so Megan couldn't see her, and took photos of her naked on the beach and sent them to her on her email. And then in the description, the comment, whatever, the email draft, it said, I thought you would like to remember these memories. I took these for you. And she was just like so disturbed. Like, what CEO of a business? It's your business. You are the CEO. What manager? Let's call her a manager, the crazy German lady. What manager takes photos without people's permission of themselves naked and puts it on the internet? Like, that email could have bounced. It could have accidentally gone to the wrong place. Like people do sexting and stuff. You accidentally, you say, I'm going to send it to this person. Well, sometimes technology messes up and it sends it to your mother. So it just was so inappropriate. And so she vented to us, the poor slave labored workers at this place, like, this is happening to me, this is happening to me, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. And we're like, oh, the lady Kathy from England, she was the lady before you on her retreat, and we heard all these same stories. We're starting to see a pattern here. We thought maybe it was just us interpreting the crazy lady as being crazy. No, it's everyone.
She was crazy.
So the second thing that really messed up Megan was their dinner.
Oh, I love that dinner. It was so funny.
So you're Megan. We will go out and eat food from the stars, a blessed, traditional, sacred meal of the Mexican Mayan heritage. Sparks. And she's like, okay, take me to a restaurant. And so she puts her into the van. Here they go. German lady, her husband over there, Megan in the back with Peanut, the little dog. They decide to take the dog. And she it was all a surprise, which I would never ever pay for. I would never pay a good $900 for surprises. I want to know what I paid for. Like, she wouldn't tell her where she's taking her. She just said, I'm taking you to sacred, traditional star food. So, whatever. Well, they go to this restaurant, right? This is a 100% animal product free, a vegan retreat. Well, the crazy German lady orders octopus soup and fish on the bone. She sits there in front of Megan and picks fish flesh off the bone. I mean, okay, if you enjoy your fish, that's one thing. But don't tell someone on your website, this is a 100% raw food healing cleansing place, and eat octopus in front of them. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? That's false advertisement. That's a straight up lie. And if you're someone that doesn't eat animal products, it might gross you out, especially if you're paying $1,000 to avoid it for a week. So it's stuff like this, you know?
That was very funny.
Oh, and the last story, very quickly, I want to tell you about Megan. Well, remember, we were also eating raw food. That's what attracted us to this place. I fell in love with the avocado. This is right before I got the name NACHO Avocado, right? Which came about in Guatemala. We ended up fleeing this bed and breakfast and going to Guatemala. We escaped because we couldn't take it anymore. And we didn't have enough money to just buy a brand new plane ticket to go home. It was cheaper for us to wait it out in Guatemala in a cheap $1 a night hotel with cockroaches and spiders crawling over us than to take a flight home, you know? So we ended up going to Guatemala where I fell in love with the avocado. But before that all happened, I started to experiment with the Pagua avocados in Mexico. And remember, we were doing about 5 to 6 hours of work every single day, the two of us. We did the cooking, the preparing of the food. We did the cleaning. We did the laundry. We did anything she asked, really. She thought about like
even
helping organize
counseling.
Oh my, folding her clothes and organizing her dresser.
And marriage counseling, big time.
Paul does not understand me. What do you think I should do?
No, she was like, that's what she said.
She hasn't touched me.
Oh, yes.
In years.
He won't touch me. We haven't been touched. We haven't touched each other for years. And we're like, lady, we do not need to know this.
Cringe. Oh, and she was a nudist. Ew. She would walk around naked in the hotel.
So I'm falling in love with the avocados. I'm doing all this work. And part of her end of the deal was to feed us. Now, she bought her fruits and veggies in bulk. It's a third world country. You get a case of bananas for $5. You get a case of papayas for $8. You get a case of avocados for $10. You know, it's cheap. We're working 6 hours a day. Even if she was paying us minimum wage, like a state's wage, it would have come up to hundreds of dollars, you know? She got avocados, right? And I fell in love with them. And I have had maybe 4 or 5 avocados. Mm-hmm. And she had just bought them. And I guess I didn't realize she was saving them for everyone. I could only have a sliver or 1 avocado, or I was supposed to make those 5 avocados last for the week. But remember, this is all I lived off of. So I ate all 4 or 5 avocados in a sitting. And she comes back. I take the avocados, I eat them, and I leave the kitchen after I cleaned it. Megan is sitting there, and the crazy German lady comes in, and she goes, "Where are the avocados? I buy 5 avocados. Where are the avocados?" And Megan said, "Oh, well, Nick just ate them, you know. He just, you know, this is lunchtime. He just worked." How do you eat all the avocados? How does he eat all the avocados? I buy food. He eats all the food. And Megan went, "Maybe because he's hungry?" And so she relayed this story to us of her confronting her. It's like, and then she started complaining about us to Megan. They don't work fast enough. They are all so airy-fairy. You should see Orlin in the kitchen. Orlin has a bad past. He has no relationship with his father. They are evil. And she's venting to the paying customer at her business. And then she pulls us aside that night and she's like, she did. So this was our first time in Mexico. This experience, right? This is our story time, our crazy story time.
Yep.
Those avocados were seriously like this big. Like, lady, come on. This is all I'm eating.
Yep.
And she got very upset by that. Meanwhile, she would be eating fish and telling all the customers, "I only eat lime juice and raw food to be in line with the stars." And then we go to clean her room. And we find Nutella under her pillow.
And a popcorn maker.
A popcorn machine in her closet.
With cheese and like with the butter, the instant butter.
I remember she told me to go clean her room.
Chocolate wrappers.
There were chocolate wrappers in her bathroom sink. Binging on chocolate because I guess that perfect lime juice diet ain't holding up so well, is it now? No.
She was very judgmental of all the clients. Every time there was a guest, when they leave, she'd be like,
big she was? Did you see what she fed her children? She gave them milk and chicken.
She was so fat, that lady. She was so fat she eats disgusting milk. Shame on her. And I'm thinking, well, at least she is proud. At least she owns up to what she eats. Meanwhile, you sneak in your room and eat milk products.
Yep. No, one time we went out to the town center in Vladivoy, and she was like, "Oh,
Nutella, right?
yeah, this is a special occasion." And she had like tamales and Nutella and tortillas with beef and pork.
And this lady, we had a lot of mutual friends because we were into raw food, and there's like
Cringe.
there's very few people on earth that are into that, and they all come and go. And we would see this lady, what she would post on her Facebook. Today, I only ate apples and orange juice.
They like to brag about how little they eat.
But we've been in that world for long enough. We know most people are lying. Raw food festivals, the leaders are eating ants. Ants. All right? Fish. Eggs. Meat once a week, but they just don't tell anyone. It was just too much lying and ridiculousness in its pursuit of pureness. And I don't think it was just eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. I think a lot of these people are just crazy too.
Yeah, that could be it.
They're already interested like in like spiritual stuff and Reiki and healing and
No,
talking to rocks and giving
it's
them
fine if
names.
you like to talk to rocks. But don't be like so crazy to people and mean to them, and then pretend you're so nice and that everyone else is evil.
Yeah.
Like this lady was legit evil and crazy. She was evil. Like she is evil. And she would like really mess up with it. She would really mess up with her brains.
She stole
It's like-
money from me.
She stole money. It's like she tried to.
$200 from my bag.
She tried to make us fight.
And she says, I would never. But you should question who you're staying in the room with. She, like, one, you
Yeah.
think he took the money from me.
Like how the heck?
And
did
this
I
is
hide-
before we were romantic, we were friends.
Yeah.
Remember, we had only known each other for like a good 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And so she tried to turn us against each other, and she stole from us.
Yeah. But I was not gonna steal $200. And where would I hide them? My underwear?
We were staying in the same room on the floor.
I was quote unquote minimalist back then. Like, you know, bare minimum, hairy armpits, all the works. Like I had nothing on me. Where would I hide that money?
So,
Yeah. It was fun. But we got stronger from it, and then we went to Guatemala.
and we got even stronger.
and fatter. We got very fat there.
I got fat in Guatemala.
Oh my gosh, we looked like Sid. We both looked like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age.
Here's
And
what happened.
I beard grew out. Oh, you gonna tell the story about Guatemala?
I'm just gonna say I was under eating significantly for, you know, the whole stay at that bed and breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, our bodies adjust very slowly. And once they adjust, they don't want to be a quick change to something else. You don't want to never have exercised in your life and hop on a bike and do a 300K race. All right? You don't want to go 2 years, you don't want to go 10 years without eating dairy and then do the milk challenge. All right? Our bodies don't like quick changes. But I did that. I was under eating, trying to live off all these raw foods. And then when I went to Guatemala, I was just like, screw it. And I ate as much as I possibly could and to like feel satiated. And I got so fat. I got so big.
Full.
You're full? Okay, so we're kind of like slowing down. I really like these.
a nibble bang.
A nibble bang.
What are we gonna name you? Oh, she looks so grumpy. She looks so grumpy.
Grumpy cat.
Grumpy.
She looks so fun.
She looks like she just ate a cup of Tabasco.
I would love to go back to Mexico with Orlin and do not
Not go to
have these
crazy.
arrangements that can go sour quickly.
We did have some nice moments. Let's be honest, we had some nice moments. We went to the cenotes, to the beaches. We like to go to the fruit markets and eat. It was basically an eating trip, though. Honestly,
Survival trip.
it was survival of the fittest. In Guatemala, we had a lot of fun eating avocados. There's avocados come from Central America, and the amount of varieties in Guatemala is
Crazy.
unmatched. No other country matches.
Well, that's
that.
where they're native. We just
They're
said
native, yeah. So like we got purple avocados. They were purple on the inside, and we never got them again. We just got them one from this lady.
that. Brown avocados, golden avocados.
One that tasted like vanilla.
Vanilla. I remember one was cinnamon. Remember?
Cinnamon, yeah.
Crazy.
And you can only get them once.
You never seen them,
Never
and
again.
no one knew what they were called because there's all these ancient old
And they're-
avocado trees all over
Yeah.
Central America, especially Guatemala. The locals don't know. They just pick them and
They
sell
just
them.
call them. They like give them the words. They're like avocado de la aguacate de la capital, the avocado of the capital, avocado. Of
And
the
then we would
city.
see another variety, be like, "Oh, this one's different. Which one's this? Avocado of the capital."
They're all
the same.
called the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of similar in Colombia too. Even though like here, this like they'll be like, oh, it's papalillo, but it's not. Like each papalillo looks different. So that's the thing. Avocado's a struggle. You never know what you have unless you have hass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would like to go to Mexico with you again and eat like tortillas and not just try to live off fruit.
Yeah.
And I also, the German lady put a really sour taste in her mouth for Germans, and I know it's terrible. You don't want to meet one person from a country and say, "Oh, well, that's a
Well,
reflection
she
of
brought
the
her
country."
family over, and they were just as horrible.
Oh, yeah.
And her friends
Her
from
mom.
Germany, and they were just as horrible.
Yeah.
That was not a good impression.
It's not a good. I mean, come on, it's not good, but let's face it, it's naturally what you do. If you are Russian, an American comes to your house in Russia, and it's the first time you've ever seen an American, spoke to an American, met an American, and they come to your house and they're just terrible and rude and greedy. You're gonna say Americans are rude and greedy and ungrateful. You kind of it's not good to do that. But sometimes the first impressions are everlasting. You can't ever undo a first impression. It's like going into an audition. My teachers always told me the first impression is the most important mark. Because no matter what you do for your audition, no matter the relationships you build, they'll never forget what they thought of you when they first met you. So that's the reality of it. And so her and her family, and we were just like, oh, Germans, oh gosh, they're just crazy. They pet rocks and give them names. And so our best friend Nadia,
She's German.
she's German, and we were very careful about opening up to her. We were very careful about just, because we had bad experiences with Germans already. And Nadia turns out to be this amazing, great, humble, giving person that we just love so
Not
much.
into petting rocks.
No, she's real. She's smart. So it obviously you can't say it's like people saying, "Oh, well, Donald Trump is crazy, so all Americans are like Donald Trump." Putin is crazy. He doesn't like gay people, so all Russians hate gay people. People make these connections, but you can't really do that. And it's hard not to.
I mean, Trump is, the face of America.
He's the face of America. That's the first impression now. Donald Trump is the first impression. The first impression is Miss Piggy ate all the food.
Miss Housekeeping.
Miss Housekeeping, yeah. So,
And he likes to grab women in very special ways.
I'm telling you, during his presidency, after his presidency, until the day he dies, and after he dies, these first impressions are forever lasting.
You know what? I had
They will
a
haunt this man.
I had a teacher, I was actually a professor when I was in Palm Beach State College. He told me that you won't see the effects of a president. You can't say if a president is good until after he's out of presidency and a few years pass. You won't see the effect of the presidency. So we won't really see what Obama has done until a few years.
Oh.
Yeah. Or how Donald Trump will be after.
That's true.
I mean, we'll see how horrible he'll be at diplomacy. I mean, he already showed out how horrible he's at diplomacy.
I said yesterday in my mukbang, I actually really hope that he does great things. I said yesterday, regardless of who is in that position,
I think
if they're able to do great things, yes.
he should do great things without a Twitter account. I think Secret Services should take away all access to social media for the Donald. He should not have a Twitter. First of all, he can't spell president, so he just shouldn't be typing. He needs a team to type with.
Oh my gosh.
He just should not have a Twitter. It's just he could start a world war with one tweet, with one tweet to China or to South or to North Korea or no, no Twitter for
Not
Donald.
much self-control in that department.
No. I mean, I have to admit though, his tweets are pretty golden.
Well, that's why there's so much attention on the guy. He is a character. So anyways, I'm getting full. You're full.
Oh my gosh! Comment down below if you've seen the Donald Trump on Saturday night.
Saturday Night Live Donald Trump impersonations. They're great.
I love that. And they have the Hillary spot on too.
You know, this is what I don't like talking about politics, but I will say, Hillary is able to laugh at that when they impersonate Hillary.
Mm-hmm. She's good at that.
She's a good sport.
Yeah.
That's what you say. At least for that. in
The
that
Donald
situation.
is not a good sport.
No, he is in a Twitter war with Alec Baldwin. And it's like, you should not be, if you are that sensitive when someone impersonates you on the internet, and meanwhile you have a country to look after, perhaps this is not the role you thought you would want after all.
The beauty of American politics is that political satire is very accepted.
Yes.
That's how you express your discontent for how politics
You can't
are.
do that in North Korea.
No, you can't.
You can't do that in parts of Africa.
You can't do that in Colombia.
You
too.
can't do that in Colombia. You
If-
can't make
yeah.
fun of the president.
You
But
can make fun of the president, but you might not live to tell a story.
Or it would never be on like national TV.
Yeah.
It's different if you're at the kitchen table behind closed doors with your family, but
Mhm.
this is Saturday Night Live. Whatever. He gets very upset by that.
Everything. Oh yeah, and the odds are always against it. Everything's everything is what is it? What is
Hacked.
it? Hacked. Everything's hacked.
Unless he's winning, then it's not.
Then it's not hacked. Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I really hope that it
I
turns
hope
out
he's
great.
good. I hope he's good. Honestly, if he does good for the country, that's great. But my opinion will remain that he does not have the right to have a Twitter.
Twitter temper.
Like he can have it 4 years. Like in 4 years, he can have his Twitter. I'm sure he'll have lots of wars with Rosie O'Donnell on Twitter.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Who else does he tweet?
CNN.
It would be hilarious.
He
if
can't
started-
stand CNN. He says CNN is Clinton News Network.
I would die of laughter if he had a Twitter war with Sarah Palin. If they had a falling out. If he had a Twitter war with Sarah Palin. I would love that. She'd be like, I see Russia from my kitchen window. She'll be like, no, I see Russia from my Trump palace in New York. Twitter war.
It's very interesting that American politics has now turned into what we're enjoying, entertainment.
It's entertainment.
And now it's entertainment.
It's
It has
reality
nothing to
TV.
do with politics.
Reality TV.
Someone said Donald Trump wants the title of being president, but he doesn't want the role. He doesn't want the responsibility of being president. He wants to be able to say, hey, look, everyone, I did it. I still won, even with the odds against me. Look at me. Be happy. He wants that attention. But the requirements, the things that entail being president, he doesn't really. I don't even think he really cares. I
Like
think
having to
he just
pull
wants to say he did it,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
I think there's
it would be
nothing wrong with
better if he just said, you know what, all right, I did it. Now I'm done.
I think you should only be president if you really want the responsibility and you really care about the people and not just the status.
That's true.
Like Obama's I mean, some people hate Obama, but I think he was a great president. He's very diplomatic.
He's a good speaker.
Yeah, he's a great speaker. Like honestly, a president's most important job is being a good speaker.
Is it?
Yeah, like if you say something wrong to the Chinese, you're gonna get them mad. And Donald already said some things that got them mad. Or to the Mexicans.
That's
or to-
true.
Like you
all of
have
our
to-
electronics, this camera came from China. This shirt
Yeah.
came from China.
Like, you
These
don't want-
lights came from China. All of our cheap Costco food came from China. So if we make them mad and they say, you know what, we're not going to do trade with you anymore.
You have to maintain relationships with the whole world. That's how it works.
Yeah.
You know, and Obama did a good job. He even maintained, decent relationships with Cuba, and they're really not into America. So I don't know. I don't think it was a bad president.
Well, we're going to say goodbye.
Now, what? We have to ask them to name our kitty.
Oh, I did.
Leave it in the comments.
I've said it many times. I said it in yesterday's
Yeah.
mukbang and everything. So you guys, thank you so much for spending time with me, Orlin, and No Name.
Oh my god.
And I hope that you try this guacamole recipe. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Kisses for my little fishies.
Kisses for my little baby fishies.